Good morning. It is Friday, September 24th, 2010. First day of harvest for anything other than sparkling wine here at Clos Pepe. I'll give you guys a little view of what's going on. Beautiful full moon here at the Clos. It's about 42 degrees right now. It'll be about 90 degrees later in the day. And we are harvesting Clone 115 for Arcadian wines. And I'll show you what we do when we harvest. So this is the row that we started on. As we step in, you can see that most of the fruit has been pulled off the vines carefully. Sometimes we'll get a little bit of fruit up in the top of the canopy, or these little leftover grapes that didn't get quite ripe enough. We call that second crop. The sights and sounds of picking. So you can see here the vines with the fruit still hanging. Max the dog, hoping for drop grapes. Got Chanda on the bin, got Julio on the bin, Adrian on the bin. Mr. Joe Davis, welcome to harvest. In about a minute or less, tell me what you look for as far as determining a picking date for Pinot Noir.
Well, ultimately it comes down to balance of flavors, you know, combination of intensity of fruit and acidity. Those are what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for over-ripeness, but what I call the perfect apple. That combination of sweetness and sour and crunch, rather than looking for the applesauce apple.
Sure.
So that's what we're looking for.
Excellent. So fruit comes into the bin, 6 or 7 hands start picking out anything. So we really are sorting the fruit 3 times here. Once the pickers decide what goes in the bucket, and then the buckets are dropped lovingly into the bin. These loving hands sort the fruit once, and then the wine will be the fruit will be sorted again at the winery.
Yeah, we have a triage table, so we'll spend probably the next 3 or 4 hours combing over this with about 8 pairs of eyes. Yeah,
that gets intense.
Well, we don't do a lot of destemming, so we want to make sure that what's going in the fermenter is clean. And, you know, with this frost issue here in this bottom part of the swale, we're looking for a lot of that second crop that didn't quite ripen up.
Yep.
Which, you know, is handy for guys that are picking later because they're little acid bombs for them. But with us, we know we've got plenty of acid here.
Yep.
And so we don't want to push that acid too high, so we'll be sorting those out for the most part.
Anything you look for specifically in Clos Pepe fruit that you would consider here, but you wouldn't? Or is it basically the same idea for a picking date as your other? You know, you're looking for the balance.
Yeah, certainly the philosophy is consistent and sound. You know, I think Clos Pepe fits into our style of wine probably better than most vineyards, in the sense that it's a cold site, it holds its acidity, and you can pick it at a potential alcohol of 13 or 13.5 and still make an incredibly flavorful wine. You don't have to pick ripe stuff, and you know, you've seen success with your own wines, not going really overboard, but looking for elegance and balance. And you know, we recognized that right away when we, you know, had an opportunity to work with it back in 2005. So we've kind of been, you know, biding our time and waiting for the opportunity to arise. And when it did, we took advantage of it.
Awesome. Well, fruit's looking good.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get this up. This is the first day of picking for red wine. We already did a day or two, or 1 day for sparkling wine. The buckets are on their way. They're all full right now, but the tractor's coming through.
So, when did you start making sparkling wine?
We picked sparkling wine on September 1st.
I mean, when are you making it or somebody?
No, well, part of it is for Clos Pepe, but it's being made by Norm Yost at Flying Goat.
And you're abusing the grape. You need to slow down. Take your time with you.
I was going to say.